United prepare for a big summer clear-out. We've got one of the most ridiculous transfer rumours of the year. Wolves make a big statement. There's a roundup of the day's transfer talk. And of course, we have today's Friday feels. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Folick. You are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, and to a summer clear-out for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Much has been said in recent weeks of all the players that he could be bringing in. Those names have been bandied around from the likes of Declan Rice to Jadon Sancho to Rafael Varane. However, before they do that, they're going to have to raise some funds and get rid of pretty much some dead wood in the United squad. Now, this list of players does depend on some who actually may go from free will rather than being pushed out by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. However, the ones that he looks certain to push out are the likes of Matteo Darmian, Antonio Valencia, Marcus Rojo, and maybe even Eric Bailly. On top of this, there's a contract dispute with Ander Herrera as he could move to PSG. Juan Mata also hasn't signed a new deal just yet, and the unlikely one is Alexis Sanchez. I say that because nobody's going to buy him because nobody wants to pay his wages. So if they're going to plan for him to be at the club next season, they'll probably have to get rid of Herrera and Mata instead. Whatever happens, it's going to be a busy summer at Manchester United. I want to hear from all of you United fans in the comment section down below who you should be getting rid of and who you should be bringing in. Now, I have seen in the last few days quite a few people put these in various other videos, and there's some that are talking about getting rid of like 12 players and bringing in £500 million worth. I don't quite think that's going to happen, but certainly 2 or 3 big names will surely be joining the club. Next up, and to quite possibly one of the most ridiculous transfer rumours I've heard in the last year or last few years, and it involves Everton's Richarlison moving across the city to Liverpool. Moving from Liverpool to Everton or vice versa is completely disrespectful. However, according to reports in Brazil, Jurgen Klopp has met with Richarlison's agent surrounding a £70 million move. Now, when it comes to moving to your rivals, as we've mentioned, it's not a great idea. However, I'm kind of shocked that Everton have put the £70 million price tag on the Brazilian forward. Surely there is no price tag. You could just say, without skipping a beat, no, we are not sending to our biggest rivals. You've seen Liverpool's transfers in the last few windows. You've seen how much money they spent. So I'm pretty sure if they really wanted Richarlison, they could fork out the £70 million for him. The 21-year-old has been in brilliant form this season and bagged in 13 goals for the Toffees. However, under Marco Silva, they still are slightly underperforming, especially given the quality of player that they've got. However, after all this speculation, Richarlison did take to Twitter last night to reaffirm that he is definitely a Blue, saying that he's happy at the club, along with posting a few happy pictures of himself. And next up to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who have made a big statement of intent by signing their on-loan striker Raul Jimenez on a permanent basis for a club record £32 million. The 27-year-old Mexican has scored 15 goals in 37 appearances this season as Wolves sit 7th in the league, and this weekend will play in the semi-final of the FA Cup against Watford. They've got a real chance of making it to the FA Cup final. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how can someone be signed when the transfer window is closed? Well, basically, they've done all the paperwork and everything has been sent through, but his registration technically won't count until the 1st of July. That's his permanent registration. Of course, for the rest of this season, he'll still be playing under the initial loan deal from Benfica. And next up, we move on to a roundup of the day's transfer news, where there are some big figures that are being thrown around in the world of football. Of course there are. First off, PSG are willing to match David De Gea's £350,000 a week wage demands. David Luiz has rejected a mammoth £43 million contract from a team in Qatar to stay with Chelsea for 1 more year. Mario Mandzukic has signed a new 2-year deal with Juventus to keep him there until the summer of 2021. And Real Madrid are apparently interested in Manchester United defender Eric Bailly for around £35 million. So lastly but not least, we come to today's Friday feels. Of course, for all you guys who are new around here, that's where you can leave your predictions in the comment section below, and we'll review them on Monday to check whether or not you were right. This can be anything to do with the weekend's football. A player, a club, a manager, a team, a red card, a yellow card, a foul, a goal scorer, an assist, whatever you like. Let me know your thoughts down below. And this weekend, we've got an exceptional weekend of football with some massive games across all of the leagues. So I'm going to go for 3 matches to try and predict them all, but I'll probably end up getting them all wrong. In Serie A, the massive game between Juventus in 1st and AC Milan in 4th. I'm going to go for a close game, but a 1-0 win to Juventus. Elsewhere in La Liga, Barcelona play host to Atletico Madrid this weekend, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for them. And in Der Klassiker in the Bundesliga between Bayern Munich and Dortmund, I'm going to go for a thrilling 2-2 draw, which, if it happens, will leave Dortmund still 2 points clear at the top with just 6 games to play. So there you have it. That's all from me today for the Daily News. Of course, let me know all your thoughts down below on all of the transfer rumours and everything else in today's Daily News. You can also hit the like button whilst you're down there and click here or here to check out all of the other videos that we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, have a great weekend and I will see you Monday.